Welcome to Making a Scene Presents. Today, we're looking at a critical piece from makingascene.org, an article titled, "Your Fans Are Not Portable Just Because Your Songs Are." In July 2026, SoundCloud announced its acquisition of Nina Protocol. Nina was an independent music platform built on Web3 technology, designed around direct artist-to-fan sales and editorial discovery. SoundCloud offered the displaced artists a migration path to move their music and followers into a new creator ecosystem. But this buyout forces an uncomfortable question for independent musicians. When an artist-friendly platform closes its doors and you start packing up, which parts of your business can actually travel with you? Relocating your work to a new platform is a serious test. It reveals whether you are simply transferring digital files, or if the actual business relationship you built with your listeners survives the move. The modern music industry conditions artists to fixate on large numbers. Dashboards display massive stream counts, thousands of views, and growing lists of anonymous followers. These metrics look impressive on a screen, but they rarely pay the electric bill. Let's look at this chart comparing two types of audiences. On the left, we have 10,000 passive platform followers. On the right, 150 known supporters who actively buy physical media and attend live shows. In terms of actual business value, the massive crowd of passive scrollers is immediately dwarfed by the small group of verified buyers. A follower count is not a customer list. Relying on these top-line platform metrics creates an illusion of ownership, an audience that exists only on a screen, ready to vanish the moment the platform changes its algorithm or goes offline. To protect your career, you have to understand the 5 distinct levels of portability. Most independent artists believe they are safe because they only prepare for the first 2. Level 1 is content portability. This means moving the actual art, downloading your high-resolution WAV audio files, copying lyrics, and saving JPEG album covers. It takes hours of annoying admin work, but the files themselves can easily be transferred. Level 2 is audience portability. This happens when a platform allows you to recreate your follower count on their new service. You avoid starting from zero, but your audience remains entirely trapped inside a brand new corporate walled garden. You can successfully save your music files and migrate your entire follower count, and you will still be entirely dependent on a new landlord who controls how you reach those people. This brings us to level 3, data portability. This term often serves as a legal loophole, allowing tech companies to claim they are entirely artist-friendly because they let you export your account information. But a technically compliant data export strips away all useful context. What you receive looks something like this: a massive, glitched spreadsheet filled with internal system codes instead of usable contact details. Holding a legal data export is meaningless if you cannot read it, understand it, or use that information to send a single direct message to your fans. Level 4 solves this. It's called permission portability. There is a massive legal and practical difference between scraping an email address and having documented consent to actually contact that person. When raw data hits this consent filter, most gets blocked, leaving only fans who ask to hear from you. Level 5 is relationship portability. The system maps out whether a fan bought a vinyl record, attended local shows, or purchased a t-shirt. You might assume Web3 tech solves this entirely. Nina Protocol was built on it. But while blockchain creates permanent, verifiable records of ownership, a smart contract cannot artificially generate a community, and a decentralized ledger does not guarantee a sustainable business. True, bulletproof portability only exists when an artist holds 2 things simultaneously: the legal permission to communicate directly, and the historical context of exactly how that fan has supported them in the past. To survive, you have to shift how you view major digital platforms. They are rented stages. You walk on, perform, and capture attention, but the owners can decide at any moment to cut the lights and fold flat into the floor. The fatal mistake is storing your irreplaceable business assets, your original master recordings, publishing contracts, and direct mailing lists in the dark space underneath that rented stage. When the landlord locks the doors, you lose everything inside. A healthy artist operation uses rented platforms strictly for discovery and reach. As soon as you capture a listener's attention, you immediately route that relationship into communication channels that you independently own and control. Every independent musician needs an artist portability survival kit. This is a comprehensive, self-hosted archive designed to instantly rebuild your career if your primary platform vanishes tomorrow. The first component is meticulously clean metadata. Think of it as a passport allowing your music to travel. These orbiting pieces of data, your ISRCs, songwriter splits, and producer credits, are what allow your tracks to get discovered by AI, correctly licensed, and paid. The second component is a high-resolution local archive. You must maintain offline access to your final master recordings, instrumentals, stems, and visual art, keeping them far outside of any streaming service's cloud infrastructure. The third and most critical component is an artist-owned communication tool. This means permission-based email lists and an independent customer relationship management system, like the Making a Scene Fan Passport, that you control entirely. Your metadata and local archives protect the art itself, but owning the direct communication channels is what protects your actual revenue stream. A sustainable middle-class career in music does not come from a single algorithmic spike. It comes from connecting multiple reliable revenue streams through direct, portable relationships with real people. Before the next platform shuts down, you need to know exactly what you own, know exactly what you rent, and know exactly what can travel with you when the stage closes. Thanks for watching Making a Scene Presents. To learn more about taking control of your career and building the new music industry, check out the resources at makingascene.org.